The Hurricanes have just beaten the Highlanders 57. And, oh boy, Finianofo scores a hat-trick the day that I removed him from my fantasy. Wow. I removed him and Roygard. Roygard had 2 tries. Finianofo had 3 tries. And I think this game, one of my biggest takeaways is that combination, that 9-10 combination of Cam Roygard, and Ruben Love. Ruben Love coming back from injury last week. He looks like he belongs. He really does look like he belongs. There's one Finianofo try, the one where he gets the ball and he just kicks it, cross kick, not even looking, and it's like on the money. And it's not even like a floating pass. It's like the trajectory is so low and it's just so perfect for Finianofo. Like, Ruben Love has arrived. Like, I feel like this is his time. The thing with the Hurricanes is every time they carry the ball, and I've said this even like the last few weeks I've done post matches for them. Every time they carry the ball, they get over the advantage line. And they cannot carry the ball. They can carry the ball less than you and gain more meters. But what's even worse in this game is that they had 134 carries to the Highlanders 75, almost double the carries. They had 10 clean breaks. But Highlanders had 25 defenders beaten versus the Hurricanes 26. So the Highlanders had to tackle a lot. They had to really tackle and try and get possession, because honestly, that's the only way they're going to get possession. Another thing that really hurt the Highlanders was discipline. I think there were 3 tries that were scored under penalty advantage, including the one I've just talked about with Ruben Love and Finianofo. So discipline is something that's really costing the team, and they just need to do better. Like, there's no way you can get scored, because they scored the first try of the game. Ratumai Tavuki Nipkins got the score, and you are like, okay, this looks like the game they played against the Crusaders, where they're really coming out of the gates. But that was their only score. They conceded 50 unanswered points for the rest of the game from the 13th minute. And yeah, Cam Roygard was just... The other thing about this game, the tempo was so high. So Cam Roygard was the... First of all, it started from the ref, Angus Gardner. It was like, let's go. Water off. Like, he's just trying to keep the tempo as high as possible. And Cam Roygard just responded in kind. He's like, penalty. There was a point where they got the scrum, a free kick just under the post. And because of the new law, you don't have to go to behind the scrum to actually tap it. This is an experimental law in Super Rugby. So he just taps it on the side of the scrum and he's under the post. He really set the tempo for the rest of the game. Flanders as well, physicality. The thing about this team, like, physicality, these guys are so physical. Sullivan came on and also scored. Peter Lakai was just the embodiment of the physicality I'm talking about. The fact that they can bring on Duplessis Kirifi off the bench. I believe he started on the bench. Yeah, came off the bench. Brad Shields as well, coming off the bench. Like, they just brought on so much physicality, and they just get... Dance is also someone who's really impressing me in this new Super Rugby season. Well, it's not really new because we're in round 6, but yeah, I'm a big fan of how he plays and just how much of a presence he has. And then he's not afraid to run into space. So, yeah, man, the Hurricanes are looking so good. The one thing I feel like they really need to work on is their scrum. Highlanders actually gave them a lot of problems during the scrum, including Xavier Numia also conceding a penalty somewhere at halfway. You know, when you're sent to the sin bin for conceding a scrum penalty in the middle of the field, not even close to your own goal, on your own line, it's like the ref was just tired. He was fed up. Because most of the time it's like you're getting a yellow card because you've been under pressure. Like, you've just collapsed like 3 or 4 scrums in a row. But getting one in the middle of the field, the ref was just done. Angus Gardner was just done. And shout out to Angus Gardner, who was hit sometime in the second half. I want to say, I can't remember who hit him. I think it was Renton, who hit him on his arm, and he went down and he was like, I'm down. And he did well to blow his whistle, and you almost thought that the game was over for him, but he recovered, managed to get back on his feet and finish the game off. What else can I say? Yeah. The only positive for the Highlanders is they create turnovers. They create lots of turnovers. And Tangi Tau is a beast. He's a baller. So they create a lot of turnovers. They are currently the highest team in turnovers. And the top three players in turnovers are Lasanga, um, Jack Taylor. You want to say his name is Jack? It's not Jake, right? Jack Taylor, yeah. Jack Taylor, Lasanga, and Tavatava Nawai. And yeah, if they can build off of that a bit more, then yeah. But if you're going to, even if you turn over the ball and you concede penalties, it sort of just cancels off. So it doesn't become an advantage anymore. And I think that's the one thing they really need to capitalize on. Capitalize on on winning the ball, turnovers, and putting teams under pressure. But yeah, Highlanders need to do better, man. Highlanders need to do better, man. So currently they are sitting at eighth. And the Hurricanes moved to the top of the table. They have played one less game than the Brumbies and they're 1 point ahead. So they're looking really good this season. And yeah, I think the only loss was to Fiji and Drua, who played today morning or tomorrow morning versus the... Who are they playing? I've forgotten who they're playing. Versus the Reds. Yes. So yeah, that's it for Hurricanes versus Highlanders.